The day after I upload this video doing an overview of LucidBlack and telling you guys that LucidPro has been discontinued, Lucid Trading decided to bring it back. So since I didn't get a chance to properly compare Lucid Pro with other plans that Lucid Trading currently offers, before any of them goes away again, I thought I would make an updated comparison video of everything Lucid Trading is offering right now. That way you can see exactly which plan is right for you and your specific trading goals. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview and the highlights of LucidFlex, LucidPro, and LucidBlack plans. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison of each plan starting from the evaluation rules and moving into the funded stage. I'll also go over the differences in the payout rules and the payout potential for each one. Then lastly, I'll do a quick summary of the pros and cons of each plan so you can make an informed decision on where to spend your money. But first, if you like videos where I talk through platform announcements and changes and share my trading recaps with full transparency, please like the video for the algorithm and subscribe so you don't miss any future updates. Also, I want to make it clear that this is just a quick comparison at a glance. Please keep in mind that the information in this video is based on what's available on Lucid Trading's website as the date of this recording. It is more than likely that depending on when you watch this video, some of the rules might have changed. So I'll link the official documentation page in the description for you to check the latest info on everything. In full disclosure, I am affiliated with Lucid Trading, and personally, I have active LucidFlex and LucidBlack accounts that I trade. I personally chose LucidFlex as my go-to choice, but that's only because that plan fits my specific trading style and goals. This video isn't to recommend one over the other, it is simply to help you understand what each plan entails before you make any purchasing decisions. And if you decide to give any of the plans that Lucid Trading offers a try, use the code RDT. It'll give you the best available discount every time, including the 40% off sale Lucid Trading is doing right now with all of their evals. And if you're a brand new user, you get extra 10% off of your first two purchases, so you would be essentially getting 50% off. But please do not purchase anything before you watch this video so you're best informed. I'll always bring this up whenever I talk about Lucid Trading because these perks alone make them stand out over the rest. I've had many people choose Lucid Trading simply because all Lucid Trading evals have no monthly billing. This alone is a huge benefit for traders because it removes the psychological pressure of needing to pass quickly before the monthly renewal hits. You can take as long as you want to pass the eval. If the market is choppy or if you're taking it slow, you won't be punished with another monthly fee. And if you happen to blow up the account, the resets are usually cheaper than getting a fresh new account. And lastly, there's no activation fee once you pass. I can't believe no monthly billing is still extremely rare in the futures platform space, and it makes Lucid stand out above the rest and have the reputation of being more trader friendly. Now let's start with LucidFlex. Here's a quick overview of the plan. It is the most affordable plan that Lucid Trading currently offers, making it great for beginners. But more importantly, it is the most flexible plan in terms of having no consistency rule in the funded stage and no daily loss limit to worry about. That flexibility and freedom could be huge for your trading. But on the flip side, there's lower payout potential since it is the cheapest plan. You only get 50% of the profit up to a certain payout cap, which leans on the lower end. But in terms of difficulty of actually getting your payout, it is probably the easiest with LucidFlex, even though the amount might be smaller. Okay, what about Lucid Pro? Lucid Pro is in the middle of the three plans in terms of affordability, and right off the bat, the standout feature is that you can pass Lucid Pro evals in as little as 1 day. So that could be a huge plus for some traders who are aggressive and don't want to wait. But you have to remember that Lucid Pro has a 40% consistency rule and daily loss limit restrictions in the funded stage, which could be deal breakers for some of you. Also, there's no scaling plan in this one, which means you get the full leverage immediately, but you also have to build a buffer balance before you can take a payout, which can be a bit annoying. Lastly, let's look at LucidBlack. LucidBlack is their premium option and the price matches it. It's the most expensive offering, but it comes with higher payout potentials. Even though it has the same 40% consistency rule as Lucid Pro in the funded stage, in terms of being able to take the most out of your winnings in a payout, LucidBlack makes it possible with its bonus payout feature. The catch is that you have to reach a certain profit goal every time you request a payout, which can be the biggest obstacle to taking payouts out of the 3 plans. But in terms of a long-term plan, LucidBlack probably provides the highest payout potential, including when you eventually get moved to live. So the basic equation here is that the more money you shell out in the beginning, the bigger the payout potential you get, but it comes with a somewhat high barrier to actually getting those payouts. Okay, now let's get into side-by-side comparisons, starting with the evaluation stage. First off, the LucidBlack plan has no 150K account size, so keep that in mind if you like trading larger accounts. The drawdown type for all 3 plans is the same end of day, which is standard. However, LucidPro is the only eval with a daily loss limit. But as I mentioned earlier, on LucidPro, you can pass in 1 day. For LucidFlex and LucidBlack, you need to take at least 2 days to pass the eval. And lastly, all 3 evals have no activation fees once you pass. Once you pass the eval and in the funded stage, here are the major differences. LucidPro still maintains the daily loss limit rule in the funded stage, which can be limiting to some traders who need more breathing room. On the other hand, LucidFlex is the only funded account with no consistency rule, so you don't have to worry about closing your winning trades early just to stay within a percentage. But keep in mind that LucidFlex and LucidBlack have the scaling plan, which limits the max contract size you can trade depending on your profit level. But what's nice about LucidBlack is that you don't have to worry about minimum trading days with minimum profits, unlike LucidFlex and LucidPro. For the payout rules, this is where it gets interesting and where you should pay attention. As I just mentioned, you need to make minimum profits on 5 separate trading days for LucidFlex and LucidPro. But for LucidBlack, as long as you follow the 40% consistency rule, you can request a payout in as little as 3 days. But again, LucidBlack has a profit goal you need to reach every time you want to request a payout, which can be annoying if you have trouble getting there. For the payout maximums, LucidFlex is 50% of the profit up to a certain payout cap. LucidPro is profits above a certain buffer balance up to the payout cap. And lastly, LucidBlack requires you to reach a profit goal before up to a payout cap. In general, LucidFlex seems like the one with the least amount of payout potential, but I could also see a scenario where it is somewhat pretty similar to LucidPro, depending on your performance. However, LucidBlack allows bonus payouts, which allows you to tap more into your winnings if you reach a further bonus profit goal before taking a payout. You would have to be a really consistent trader though with big winning days and still stay under the 40% consistency rule to maximize that plan. Also, the payouts to a live journey is the shortest for LucidBlack, which I don't know if that is good or bad depending on how you feel about live trading. But you do get performance bonuses if you get moved to live under the LucidBlack plan. And you don't get the same bonus in LucidFlex or LucidPro Live. I know that was a lot of information thrown at you all at once, and you still might be confused or unsure of which plan fits you and your goals. So I made a simple table trying to figure out the pros and cons of each plan. Obviously, the pros and cons are just my opinion, but this will at least help you look at each plan at a glance and determine the highlights. You can make your own decision about which is good or bad for each plan and make an informed decision. Feel free to pause the video here if you need more time to look them over. But just to quickly highlight a few things from this table. For LucidFlex, the biggest pro is obviously the price. It is the cheapest option available, plus having no consistency rule and no daily loss limit makes it the least stressful to trade. But the major con is that you're limited to only 50% of your profits up to the payout max, so the payout potential is definitely lower compared to the others. For LucidPro, the major upside is that you can pass the eval in just 1 day. Also, having no scaling plan means you can trade full size immediately, but the downside is that you do have to deal with the daily loss limit in the eval and the funded stage. And also, you're forced to build up a payout buffer before you can withdraw anything. And finally, for LucidBlack, the pros are definitely the speed of the payouts. You can get paid every 3 days, and the higher payout potential with bonus payouts and performance bonuses later in live. But the cons are significant too. It is expensive, there's no 50K account option, and you have to hit a specific profit goal every time before you can even request a payout. So for my final thoughts, the general guideline is that the cheaper the plan is, the more flexible you'll be, but the less payout amount and the potential you'll have. So LucidFlex will give you the most flexibility in terms of the restrictions you have with your trading, but you won't be able to take out as much of the payouts. So if you're a trader like me that likes to stack small wins and hit singles and don't expect a huge payout every payout cycle, LucidFlex gives you the best potential without breaking the bank. But if you want the most out of your funded account and you're going for the big wins, as long as you're consistent, LucidPro or LucidBlack might be right for you. They let you tap more into the profits you've made in the funded stage. But again, the bigger the payout potential, the more rules and restrictions you'll have, so that could be annoying as well. I'm really curious, after this video, what plan are you going with? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. And lastly, if you're interested in trying out LucidFlex or any other plans that Lucid Trading offers, use the code RDT. It'll give you the best available discount every time, including the 40% off sale Lucid Trading is doing right now with all of their evals. And if you're a brand new user, you get extra 10% off your first 2 purchases, so you'd be essentially getting 50% off. I know it's easy to get choice paralysis with so many different plans, with so many different rules, but I hope this video helped make things easier to determine what is best for you. With that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.